Greetings to everybody. My name is Gopal, Sivadas. First and foremost, I would like to thank Sugam Foundation for this honor bestowed upon me. And I'm really very grateful for the recognition, and I thank them very much. My association with classical Indian arts has been almost from day one. My parents, the late V.K. Sivadas and Srimati Vatsala Sivadas, they were pioneers of Indian dance in Malaysia from 1952, pre-Merdeka days. And they formed the Sivadas Vatsala dance troupe. And somehow I gravitated towards percussion. And we had a full orchestra. Back at that time, there was no television, there was none of the modern conveniences. So we had a full orchestra with all the instruments. And my interest was solely on the percussion side. We had the late Shri T. Angapan as our principal percussionist, and he was my main inspiration for me to have taken up percussion at all. And I used to sit next to him in the orchestra. Every time we had a live performance, recorded music was not heard of those days. It was always live. So every time we used to have a concert, my job was to sit next to Angapan sir and just watch him. And that is how I picked up percussion. Okay, tabla, mridangam, he used to play dholak, a variety of drums. Depending, we had classical items, we had folk items, we had Malaysian items also. So he used to vary the drums. He was a multi-percussionist. He was good in all. Mridangam, tabla, he used to play madalam also. And dholak and various things. So that's how my start in music started. And later on, in 1971, I had the honor and privilege of coming under the guidance of a great Vidwan called Bangalore Veerabhadraya. He is a direct disciple of Palakkad Mani Iyer, and I was really impressed with his playing. And unfortunately, he was not here for a long time, 2 to 3 weeks. And in that 2 to 3 weeks, I used to go every day for classes. That's how I was initiated. And my first foray into percussion myself was as a percussionist for my parents' dance troupe. And I used to be the principal percussionist. It started in 1968. So now this year marks 68, 2025, 57 years since I've been a performing artist. And then I was blessed to have married this girl, Apsara. She is also a dancer. She comes from a dance background also. And her father and my father were under the same Guru Gopinath. They were Guru Bhais. And that's another coincidence or destiny, I don't know. Okay. But then as soon as we married, she relocated in Malaysia, and we started Kshetra Academy, okay, with one student, and that's it. That's how our journey began. So Kshetra Academy is our baby. Okay, 33 years now since 1992, and it has grown from strength to strength. See, it's been an interesting journey, and I like to change my style of playing according to the circumstances, the kind of dances going on. So we have done a lot of work that way. So my style is not rigid. Okay, my style is not rigid. It is kind of flexible, and I try to enhance the overall experience. That's the way I play Mridangam. I try to enhance and embellish it. I don't want to make a statement. I don't want to overpower anybody. I just provide just the right. That's what Pakkavadyam means. Pakkavadyam is Pakka. You're an accompanist. You have to remain in your role as a accompanist, and all our job is to embellish and enhance the total concert experience. So that's what I've been striving to do in all my years. Yeah. See, pivotal moments is, of course, being part of my parents' dance troupe. That was the number one pivotal moment, that's for sure. Second was in 1971, I witnessed my first guru, Bangalore Veerabhadraya, performing, accompanying the great Vayanika R.K. Suryanarayanan here. And I was so floored by his playing that I coaxed my father to take me to him to initiate me into Mridangam. So that was the second pivotal moment. So that he taught me for the 2 weeks that he was here, and that was it. And then later on, Karekudi Krishnamurthy. He is a doyen at playing mridangam for dance. There are two kinds of styles of playing. One is playing the mridangam for music kacheri. That's one type. The other type is to play for dance. They are two separate paths, but a lot of similarity in between. But Krishnamurthy's style of playing was absolutely, it just blew my mind. So I was very impressed with it, and I had the good fortune of being under his tutorship. He was based in Singapore actually, and he used to come to KL every 6 months or so, and whenever he used to come down, he used to call me up, and I used to go spend time with him, and he used to teach me whatever he could. So that has been a wonderful learning experience for me. Then of course, since our marriage and we started Kshetra Academy, we have performed, we've put up a lot of concerts, arangetams with live performance, with live orchestra. They were all very nice, and they were all very, very, significant milestones in my artistic career. Okay, like I touched upon in the very beginning, as a percussionist, you are a pakka vadyam. Okay, your job is not to overpower, it is just to enhance and embellish the overall concert experience. So your main target should be to be a good team player. You should be a good team player. Now this being a good team player helps a lot even in life as well. See, most of the time, even in my work, I used to be a professional engineer previously. So it was teamwork all the while, whenever I used to go out for project work and commissioning and all, it's all teamwork. So it is a spin-off from my artistic platform into the job front. So being a team player is very, very crucial. Don't try to overpower. Okay, embellish and enhance. That's your job description. Okay, you have your own solos, that's different. Okay, that's a different ball game. So long as you are a pakka vadyam, remain a pakka vadyam. That's it. Okay, now in a typical dance performance, you got this jatis and tirmanams. Okay, jatis, there's a skeletal structure, and the Nattuangam player will recite all the syllables. That is the main structure. Now your job is either follow verbatim the whole sollu, or to weave a pattern around it, not disturbing it, but making it full. So that is where your creativity comes in. So if a dancer goes tading genatom, you can embellish it with takatati genatom, same number of counts but with a flourish. So that's where you add spice. It's like garnishing. That's all you do. Don't do more than that. You are a pakka vadyam. You stay put as that. Okay, I had one very big physical challenge in 2013. I had a stroke. Okay, and many people know it. This is for the benefit of those who don't. And I was bedridden. I was paralyzed for 3 months. My whole left side was totally out of action. My left leg, my left hand, and for a while my left eye was also blind. My whole left side had just switched off. And that was in 2013, January. 2013 December, one of my wife's students was due to do her arangetam. Now, question marks were raised. Now, will I be able to get up and start performing again? Somehow, I willed myself to get back into playing mridangam just because that I wanted to be on stage to play mridangam for that arangetam. I didn't want to get somebody else to stand in my place. So that was a big challenge, and with God's grace, my family's, my wife's, my mother's prayers, somehow I was blessed that I was able to get up and start playing again in a slightly different fashion. I cannot sit down on the ground and play now. I have to sit in a chair. I'd put the mridangam in another chair in front of me, and that's how I play nowadays. But I'm back. If you are confident in your capability, if you are confident in what you have and what you stand for, none of these things that happens on the periphery should affect you at all. You have your own standards, you have your own goals. You satisfy yourself that you have done your best, you have done what you think is right without any compromise, That's good enough. Other people's opinions, yeah, there will be 1,001 opinions. Don't even, let that affect you at all. You just go your way and march on your own, direction. You set your own aim, you set your own goals, you set your own targets. That's it. That's the way I've been doing. Others may be different. Okay, so I'm not saying this is right, that is wrong, anything. This is the way I've been doing it for how many years? 57 years, and this is the way it's been going on. Okay. I see, when I started, there were hardly any mridangists around. Okay, other than my mentor, my first inspiration, Shri sir, and a few others. Then Jagadish Sharma came into the picture and all that. There were very few. But now there are so many, and all of them are equally talented, and all of them are bursting with enthusiasm. It's very nice to see that the way the Carnatic arts and arts is really flourishing in Malaysia, especially in the Klang Valley. So my advice is, don't deviate. Do not deviate. Okay, stick to classicism, because that's the one true foundation that you have, and try to stick to your fundamentals. Okay, don't deviate into other things, maybe as a one-off, yeah, but don't stick to it. It's such a strong tradition. It's been going on for 7,000 years now. Just do your bit to carry it forward to the next generation. That's all. Try to attend as many live concerts as possible. If not in Malaysia, go to India. Make an effort to see as many concerts as possible. Take in the whole concert experience and observe whatever that's going on stage by the main musician, the pakavadyams, how they interact. Pick up all these little pointers as you go on and keep that in mind for future reference. See as much as possible. Observe as much as possible. It's a learning experience, learning all this, the way people handle situations. Like supposing a dance is going on and suddenly the dancer's shalenge just falls off and you have the whole thing is interrupted. You should not be, like flat-footed. You should come up with something. These are all will come through experience, through observation. Just come up with something and just carry on from that. This concert experience only will help. So learn as much as possible from observation. Listen. You've got so much of YouTubes now. In my time, it's only cassettes and vinyl records. You've got YouTubes now. Listen with and analyze what's going on as much as you can. Okay, in your free time. So instead of playing games on the mobile phone, do this. If you are really focused on mridangam or any classical arts, do this. It will help you. It will help you. Three instances. One is the first time I accompanied my parents on stage. My parents' signature dance items were Shiva Parvati. Okay, it was something which was synonymous with my parents. Shiva Parvati means Sivadas Vatsala. They were like synonymous. So the first time I played for the Shiva Parvati, I was in 4th standard, and I was like amazed, awed, everything, all put together. But I managed it. That's the thing. So that after that, when I look back, wow, that was something. My father also, after the performance, he came around. He said, "Hey, you did well." That was the biggest, nicest thing I've ever heard. When my achan came and patted me and said, "Well done." Wow, nothing can be better than that. He was very proud of me that day. I was proud of him also. Then the other thing is when I first played for Apsara, after her first performance here in Kshetra, that was what it's called, 1996. Okay, her first full concert. We had with us Auntie Padma Subramaniam, who's no mom, and Radha Subramaniam, who is also no mom, me, and Jayalakshmi Shekhar on the flute, and Dr. Amrita Devi, and Srimati Vijayalakshmi Kulaviri Singham, who is also no more. That was another wonderful time. It was such a milestone for all of us to have come together and got all these top grade musicians in Malaysia. And what a concert that was. So that was another milestone for me. Yeah, that I look back on with much fondness and much pride. It was definitely a milestone. A lot of people has been very I've been impacted by so many people. Okay, my parents first and foremost, my grandfather, he was a very great artist in his time. Okay, he was a very good flautist, and my first musical experience is actually sitting with him, in the evening after a bath, singing Nama Sankirtans. He'll play the harmonium and I'll sing. That is how I started in music. So that was another this thing. I would like to thank him. I'd like to thank my parents, and then my wife, and all the little children that we have in Kshetra Academy. Listening to them and sometimes accompanying them, that in itself was a very joyful experience for me. It was very nice. Every one of them is unique. There's no clone. We don't have cloning factory here. They're all unique. They have all this thing, but it's very nice. It's been a wonderful journey for 33 years in Kshetra Academy, and before that with my parents. It's been a wonderful and wondrous journey, and I think it's a great blessing to have been born into this line. And I'll always remain grateful to all the people whom I've come in touch with and interacted with and helped me along my journey. Thank you all so much.